Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to enhance the look of your charts, and that's by using images. By default you'll use colors in a lot of your charts, but you can use images to help them stand out a lot more. And in front of me I've got data from Netflix's most recent earnings report, so I've got their quarterly sales numbers for the past several periods. So I'm going to show this on a regular column chart. So I'll go to Insert and just select a regular column chart. Nothing special about it. And by default, it has this blue fill. What I like to do always with these charts is to shrink this gap a little bit just so there's more space for the actual visual itself. And if I select these charts, now right now I've selected an individual one, but if I select all of them, I can go under the fill option, and there's a lot of different things, a lot of different options you can use. By default, it's going to use that blue highlight. I can select no fill, select that solid fill, and let's say I could use a black one. I can use a gradient, I can use a pattern even, or I can use a picture or texture fill. And so I've selected these sunglasses by default. Right now they're stretched out, they don't look terribly good. And if I wanted to change the actual look of this, I can go to Insert under the picture source, and I can select either a file on my computer using stock images, online pictures, or icons that Microsoft has already compiled for me. So if I click on icons, that's where you'll see I've selected these sunglasses here. But you can select all sorts of different icons on here. You can do a search on here based on what you're looking for. So if I click on this, go back to Insert, this is already what I've selected, and I don't want it to stretch out though because it doesn't look great. So I'm going to switch it from stretch to stack, and so now it looks a bit cleaner. The one thing that I'm going to do is add a border around this because right now it's hard to tell where the column chart starts and ends. So I go back on the bucket, select the solid line for the border, and I'm going to use a black outline. So now it's a lot easier to recognize the column chart. Now, as mentioned earlier, I can use a different image altogether. I don't have to use one of the built-in ones that Microsoft has generated for me. I can select from file to browse a file that I've already downloaded. So in my downloads folder, I've got a section for Netflix. I'm going to Insert, and now you'll see I've got the Netflix images repeating over and over again. And so you can modify this to whatever image or icon you want. You can adjust the transparency, so you can do a lot of cool things with this to make your visuals stand out. Another thing you could do is you can even change the image of the background. For instance, if I wanted this to have no background, I could do that, or solid fill, I could do that, but I can also again use a picture. So now I've got Netflix's images in the background. So what I may want to do is change these column charts. Now let's change these back to maybe a solid fill. Maybe I want these to be white and maybe a bit transparent. So they're sort of overlaying and blending with the background of the Netflix logo. And at the same time, what I may want to do is get rid of these grid lines just to make it a bit cleaner. So there's a lot of things you can do to adjust the look and feel of your charts, whether it's adding a background behind the chart or just changing these to being icons rather than colors. So just wanted to show you some of the different options you may have as far as changing the look of your charts if you're bored of the same old blue default column chart in Excel.